je tamo nekakav snap napraviti. Happy July 4th, people. I'm here in my father's native village, Varos Barabica, which is in Paljuv, which is in Novigrad. So you see this ruined houses behind me, and maybe you see my camping place as well. So what you see here is what happens when people with guns attack people who don't have guns. This is where my family lived. I used to hang out in this house. Actually, I watched as a kid, I watched Carrie, the horror movie, the old ones from the 70s, in this house. It was a beautiful summer day. And this is where my did Perac lived, the brother of my did Vice, in this house. He was found killed behind our house, which is there. I'll show it later on. In 1993, one cousin of mine, which was in the Croatian Army, when he was scouting this area, this was occupied, of course, by the Serbian forces in early hours of 1992, late 1991. They had this offensive on this small općina Novigrad municipality, and so yeah, people did live here when I was a kid. Not that many people. It was, of course, dying village, only one young family, but all this house has been maintained. People been coming here for summer holidays. As you can see, it's pretty much deserted, but cousins still maintain it as much as they can out of nostalgia. This is Kruno. You guys know what Kruno is. Donkey used to be here. This pole there, where was a place where people would put a grain, and then the donkey would walk around the grain and detach grain from wheat, from grass, and this is how they've been processing their grain. Very primitive but effective method. It's called Kruno. They would typically put manure here. This was the place for that. So it's new settlement from the 18th century. Between 17 and 18, we lived in one very picturesque fortified little town. Maybe about the town. Later on, it's a very beautiful little town. I used to come here as a kid for summer holidays, stay here in the house of Dida Vice. He had five kids, 4 sons and 1 daughter, and he was born, my father was born in one house. Should I go there? All what was left of it. Yeah, many memories, guys. So point is, you who have the Second Amendment, protect it, because when that goes, then some of the offsprings needs to sleep in a tent, because there is no more house, because some people destroy the house. This is all dry stone technique. Well, not all of it. So this is traditional architecture here. Now I'm gonna show you something interesting. So during the occupation, which lasted between 92 and 95, Serbian soldiers, they lived in this area. These are original graffiti from the 90s, from the war. On Cyrillics it says "Šalji salate, bit će mesa, klat ćemo Hrvate." And this is Serbian coat of arms. SSSS means Samo sloga Srbina spasava, or only unity saves the Serb. And šaljite salate means send salad. We're gonna have meat because we're gonna slaughter Croats. So very cannibalistic. Of course, knife and a skull and a snake and a dagger. If you can see it here, very satanic symbols. So if you believe in demonic force, then you also have to believe in workings of that demonic force. And there is more here. There are more names here. Slobo, Braco, Miro, Jovo, Rambo, Peđa, Zoki, Marko, Manad. And also here as well, živjeli u paklu means on Latinic letters live in hell. So yeah, Lakić, 25th May 1994, somebody was stationed here then. Yeah, so very unique graffiti from the happy 90s. You know, you guys in States, you had the happy 90s. We in Eastern Europe, we had pretty fucked 1990s, man. There's also a very beautiful piece of artwork. Hot, sexy Balkanian chick with the AK. Dick next to her. I autor Eremija Glina. On latinska slova, but Glina was at that time under Serbian occupation. The floor is also collapsing. So it's a bit surreal, you know. I was in this area as a kid, as a 7-year-old, 8-year-old, and we used to actually hang out in this very house. I'm gonna show you right where, on the floor. Right there. This was a room. Natalie Baraba. One girl, I forgot the name. Madonna was very popular back then. I was 12, this was 1987. So yeah, we hang out here and also in this area as well with her grandma of that cousin. So it was 87 and war started 91 to 95. Now it's 2024. So had I been here, and you could clearly read send salads, we're gonna have meat, we're gonna slaughter Croats, I would end up being dead. How everything is changing. God knows what's gonna be in 10 years or 20 years. Memories, guys, lots of memories. Project done with the cinder blocks, dug in here. This was the Serbian bunker position. I'm gonna film it from other angles as well, but as you can see from here, the idea was to control the road. This is where Croatian forces were between 1993 and 1995. So after the Operacija Maslenica, after the Operation Maslenica bridge, Croatian forces liberated all the way till main village till 10 kilometers ago, but then Serbian forces done the counter strike, and front line was in this area. So when you don't have guns, then people with guns ethnically cleanse you, and then they start making their shitty little fortifications in your area. This is how it works, guys. Never relinquish Second Amendment. And Catholic folk, as a Catholic folk everywhere, first thing they rebuilt after catastrophe is a little chapel. Same here, and here is the house of my cousin Ritsko and his brother Jere. He also made a nice garden there, some olives, and Virgin Mary, Santa Maria. As you can see, Catholic folk as Catholic, they can be simple and God-fearing. Yeah, I used to hang out here when I was a kid, right in front of my grandpa's house. Right there. And there was one lamp here, one old-fashioned lamp, and this was our hangout spot as a kids. Now it's hard to say where was the house. All you see, pile of rocks, not from the house but from the trench digging operation. Who's hiding under MAGA hat? Who's hiding? Who's guiding? Mr. Turtle! Hey, Mr. Turtle. Hey. Hello. Hello. Do you believe in Second Amendment, Mr. Turtle? Do you believe in free speech? How about freedom of movement? You're free to go. Sorry for detaining you, sir. It was just routine turtle filming.